Eli, this is a message to your past self, future self. In 10 years, you better have money. No, that's wrong. You better marry a specific girl. You know who I'm talking about. You better buy her a house. You better be strong in God. 3 things, okay, Eli? Future, you.
Managing half of Northwest Concrete.
Running Playboy Mansion.
I see myself having my own house and living somewhere close around here.
In 10 years, I hope to be doing work as an interpreter, either in Spanish or Japanese, for some person I haven't given a lot of thought as to whom yet.
Probably homeless.
Traveling the world and pursuing a career in architecture.
Lying on a beach with a red Solo cup in my hands.
See myself being a fishing game officer and shooting lots of firearms.
Driving my Lamborghinis with all my millionaire friends.
I see myself in 10 years, married, having kids, and living in a beautiful home.
I see myself successful in my career, hopefully maybe married and having kids.
Hopefully somewhere in Seattle owning my own tattoo shop.
Well, hopefully working as a forensic scientist in Seattle.
Probably at a hospital, working as a mental health care professional while working on my PhD.
In 10 years, I see myself on a beautiful beach with my homegirl Jo, and we're gonna have fat bowls of fruit and surrounded by puppers everywhere, and our lives will just be beautiful.
I see myself teaching music either in public, private school, or as a private violin teacher.
I see myself graduating from an architectural school and getting a good job and probably making some good money as an architect.
I see myself being an ultrasound technician and also a trophy wife for Ryan Stevens.
I'll have a steady job and a wife and hopefully a kid or 2.
In 10 years, maybe in some workshop building stuff.
I see myself as a registered nurse working for a hospital.
In 10 years, I'm not going to have a job and I'm going to be married to a rich man with a lot of money.
I see myself in 10 years becoming an RN nurse, making lots of money.
I see myself being an FBI criminal profiler.
Rich somewhere up in the woods, maybe? I don't know. I can't see into the future.
I see myself being a kindergarten teacher.
Wearing this hat on a beach.
In 10 years, I see myself on a beach with Chloe, surrounded by very school-appropriate drinks and puppies.
I see myself being a successful business owner.
I see myself in 10 years moving to Alaska and living up there for a while.
In 10 years, I hope I'm traveling the world and I hope I'm just happy with how life turned out.
I'm probably just gonna stick around this area, hopefully, but maybe starting a family of my own. I'm probably gonna find myself working in a restaurant and also be working towards doing my writing careers.
The road through life is long and perilous, and you're never quite sure where you're gonna end up.
I see myself maybe owning a small business or something.
Hopefully on the beaches in California.
In 10 years, I hopefully am somewhere happy and living happily and doing what I love.
Making money, single.
Probably in like a federal prison, but not like a US federal prison, like a Russian federal prison, but yet being in an illegal fight club in the prison, probably fighting bears. Maybe people, but mostly bears.
Probably teaching elementary school kids.
I see myself inventing the flying car.
I hope to be employed in a job that I enjoy and that is related to my field.
I see myself finishing up college and becoming a radiology technician.
I see myself married with a successful business.
Hopefully happy and enjoying whatever that I'm doing.
It's like 20 dogs.
In 10 years, I should be married, out of college, working.
Finishing a veterinary medical degree.
I see myself living it up in California, making bank.
I see myself making like 6 figures and chilling on my yacht.
I probably see myself having graduated college and starting my own family.
I see myself working in the Air Force as a mechanical engineer.
Hopefully
at my mansion, soaking it up in a hot tub with my soulmate.
Hopefully I'll be married with at least one child and be an elementary school teacher and just be living my life and having fun.
Running a country.
Probably living in California and training for a marathon. Hopefully I'll be married though.
Probably married, hopefully have some kids, and probably being a nurse, most likely.
On a beach next to Dave.
Hopefully I'm an elementary school teacher and like teaching young kids, living out my dream.
Working in a national park, usually for Idaho. Hopefully.
Probably a soccer mom with at least 3 dogs and rich or dead.
Doing comics, drawing them up, either for a company like Marvel or someone, or doing them for myself.
Probably just starting my career as a game warden and maybe in my own house, probably a family. Hopefully owning my own photography business with a family and lots of dogs.
Hopefully having a family and being an anesthesiologist assistant.
Probably supervising Chuck E. Cheese.
Probably not going to be here, and I'll probably have less of my time wasted.
Hopefully married with kids and successful in my career of teaching young kids new things every day and being happy. In 10 years, I see myself married, having kids, becoming a nurse, and saving people's lives.
Being a very good cars salesman, selling bad cars to innocent people.
In the military.
Happily married and possibly starting a family.
10 years, I see myself sitting right next to my buddy Ty on a beach with a red Solo cup in my hand.
Living the good life in Canada, doing what I want to do freely.
Hopefully not in Idaho and on the East Coast on a beach.
Hopefully owning my dad's business and successfully pursuing my dream in videography.
Well, me and Caleb are going to keep in contact, and if necessary, I'm going to be having to smuggle him across the border back into Mexico, where we'll spend the rest of our lives together.
Be married with Caleb Manson back in Slovakia.
I see myself with a super hot wife and 3 beautiful kids and living in a big old house.
In 10 years, I see myself probably living in London and working as a journalist and traveling a lot around the world.
A traveler, and I'm going to travel around the world.
I'll probably still be living in Idaho. Hopefully I'll have a family by then and I'll be happy.
I see myself still living in Idaho and hopefully opening up my own animal shelter.
I see myself done with school and hopefully married and have a family and probably a couple cats and a dog and maybe a ferret, I don't know.
I see myself becoming a personal trainer, having family, and having some cute little kittens running around and just living the life.
In 10 years, I see myself having a little puppy farm. I see myself hopefully being an engineer, having a family, just having a great life on the beach.
Hopefully with a family and dogs and living in a nice place that I love.
See myself driving a big lifted Jeep with a pet tiger in the passenger seat.
I hope that I can be a computer program engineer so that one day I can play the computer games I write on my own.
A successful radiologist and potentially having a family.
I see myself as a successful actress and married with kids.
In 10 years, I'll be a millionaire writing games in Seattle.
I see myself being a pilot in the Air Force.
Hunting a Durkastanis with Team America.
In the military for the band and possibly married, and I don't know.
I see myself going to college in Spokane and then working out in the desert or the coast, on the West Coast somewhere, working for basketball teams, doing statistics.
In 10 years, I see myself at my 10-year high school reunion.
I'll see you in 10 years.